Real estate is hard. I chose a really hard career, and everything that you see in real estate on TV is just a complete and total lie. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to come out of my own mouth. It's a lie. You are going to grind and work ridiculously in this field for a day's worth of pay. Being in this field, like sometimes you find yourself in the role of a therapist, which is fine for me. Sometimes you find yourself in the role of what feels like an attorney. Why? Because you need to learn and know everything that an attorney knows so that you can make sure that you, A, don't get sued, and B, your client doesn't get sued either because of something that you could have done or could have avoided or what have you. You can find yourself doing things that you never in a million years thought that you would do. Story time. I had a client. We hadn't gotten showings for like a week and a half, I would say. My client decided to leave town, totally fine. However, when they left town, they left their house in complete, total chaos. They're trying to sell their house, mind you. On Sunday, we literally had 3 showings that just popped up on the radar. My client, again, is not in town. And my client not only could see that there were 3 showing requests that came in, but also accepted them. So then my client calls me and says, Wisdom, got a bit of a problem here. All right, what is it? And my client proceeds to tell me that the house looks like Sonic the Hedgehog ran through it and didn't look back. I'm trying to sell this house. And so I'm like, well, how bad is it? And my client just expresses the gratitude of the catastrophe that is at hand. Their house was located 1 hour away from mine. Yes. If you're asking, did I do what you think yes, I did it. I did. I got my behind inside of the car. Before that, I tossed everything that I could in my vehicle. Mop, broom, vacuum, trash bags, you name it, the whole 9 yards. I drove an hour to clean my client's house from top to bottom to make sure that bad boy was spick and span so that I can sell this house. Real estate is hard. I just remember just crying out to God, crying out to the birds, to my dog, to anything and everyone that would listen. I cried out because I needed answers, and I felt so backed up into a corner because it's like, on one hand, I worked so hard to get here, and I hated every minute of it, and I couldn't understand why. And so it was like, I gotta pivot, right? But then it's like, I'm like, I need a job. But I hate the idea of wanting to work for somebody. Like deep in my soul, I hated the idea, I'm gonna put this here, wanting to genuinely work for somebody. I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. This is my lane where I wanna be in. It's like, okay, well, Wisdom, go ahead and start a business. Well, how can I start a business without the money? Like, you get my drift? Like, the frustration was so intense. And I just remember just in the midst of these cries, it was as if the tears came flowing to the point where I could fill up an entire swimming pool. And I constantly kept getting people that would reach out asking me for advice, friends that would just call and ask for advice, but I felt like I was drowning and nobody was around to throw a life vest. And then it hit me. And I get a little teary-eyed when I talk about it. I got a download, and it was the clearest download that I could have received. And so I share this with you. Every single person that you met along this ride was for a purpose and for a reason. Everything, every tool that you had gathered along this path was for the very next destination of where you're going. Nothing you experienced was in vain. You, my dear, are in the year 2025. This is a 9-year, and it is also considered a snake year. So what that means is that this is the year where you are being asked and begged by God to change and accept the change that is coming your way. The pivot is there for a reason. The desire for the pivot is very necessary in this day and age, at this time, right here, right now. You know what was a little debilitating but also beautiful? What was a little debilitating was waking up and opening up one of your social media accounts and saying that a 5-year-old made millions of dollars from playing with toys, or that 15-year-old made X amount of money trading. And then it was just like a reality check, like, don't get mad, don't get upset that you see some of these kids that are playing video games being able to retire their parents. Don't be sad about that, but use that as a moment to understand that we are in a season and in a timeline of change. And my heart really goes out to us millennials, because we've been lied to for so long. But we have to learn that it's okay. It's okay to pivot. And this is the greatest moment in history to do just that. If you want to be a content creator, pick up that damn camera and please start recording. Record, put something on the big screen, something. If you want to sing, baby, open up your mouth and let the words flow out ever so beautifully. If you want to quit that job and go become an artist, a painter, paint, do what you need to do. This is the greatest time to move into the space of who you truly were destined and designed to be. Everything that you experienced in the past was for this moment. So this video, it's all about pivoting. Is now the right time to pivot? I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s. Is it too late? It's never too late. And when you get the call in your soul to pivot, baby, you gotta do it now. Everything that you have gone through was for this very moment. Don't be afraid of where the resources will come from. They will come. Because when you start walking alongside your truth, everything starts to open up. Your gift will do what? Your gift will make room for you. People that you never even dreamed of, that you never saw coming, will come out the woodworks to try to help you along your journey, because this is your journey. This is your story. And a lot of times you're not walking this path for you. It's because there's somebody else that needs you to go down this path for them. I say all that to say, you get to be whatever you want to be, and you get to do whatever you want to do. God can't show us this anymore. He's doing everything in his power through every single person, even on a political scale. We are seeing it. Do what you want to do. Don't ask for permission from anybody. Take that chance, because it's in you for a reason. And I promise you, it is going to be so amazing. But you have to start by betting on you first. If there's anything that you enjoyed about this video, all I simply ask is that you like, share, and subscribe. And if this message wasn't for you, perhaps you can pass it along to somebody that it is for.